Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do because I'm going to be talking about my favorite summer palettes, the ones that I'm going to be using this entire season, the ones that I'm excited to share with y'all. If you love makeup videos and eyeshadow palettes in particular, I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to my channel today. And without any further ado, let's jump into summer eyeshadow palettes. This makeup look for my Instagram reels using one of the palettes that's actually in the stash today, and I will be talking about it in just a moment. Not in any particular order. I'm going to be going through the palettes that I selected for this summer season. I've been reaching a lot for a colorful eyeshadow palettes, especially greens. When I think of summer eyeshadow palettes, I always think of pastels, beautiful airy shimmers, something that's very reflective, possibly even duochromes, bright colors, and of course bronzy shades. With that in mind, let's get started with the palettes. The first palette that I want to talk about with you today is a brand new palette to the makeup world. It just got launched this week when I'm filming this video, and this is a ColourPop in the Springs palette. I picked up the palette and some other items from the collection because as soon as I saw the preview for this palette, I said this is my palette because the color story is just all I want for summer. The color combination that I love, oranges and aqua colors, blues. I love that this is a 12 pan palette. We have shimmers and mattes here. One of the shades is a Super Shock, and I really love this color story. This is perfect for summer. The shimmers are really reflective. This palette is a good ColourPop formula. The separate video will be on my channel, if not before this video, then after, going over the entire collection. This palette definitely has a special place in my heart. The palette that came to my mind first when I thought of summer palettes was Lost in Los Angeles from VOYAGE Cosmetics. You still can get hands on this palette, and I absolutely love this formula. This is a really good VOYAGE Cosmetics formula. The mattes, the shimmers are spectacular. You can definitely combine the bright colors and create really summery, beautiful, bright looks, or you can have this as a companion palette. Whenever I look at this palette, it automatically brings a smile to my face. The palette that is on my eyes today is the palette by Michaela and a GLAM Light collaboration. I recently got my hands on this palette, and this is my first palette from GLAM Light. I've heard a lot of good and amazing things about the formula and the brand, and it was just about time before I got the palette. So I started with this palette. This is my very first one, and I was not disappointed. This is what's on my eyes today, and the mattes are so pigmented. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous, so reflective. Just this palette on its own would take you through summer, through fall, through spring. There's so many color combinations that you can come up with. Endless opportunities. Either you like neutrals or colors or anything in between, this palette is a fantastic option. And of course, when we think of a summer eyeshadow palettes and summer looks, we think of beautiful suntan and bronzy looks. And the first thing that comes to my mind, as much as I love neutrals, I reached for the Ambience palette from Sigma. If you love bronzy looks, if you love neutrals, if you love very reflective, beautiful shimmers, the Ambience palette is fantastic for that. This year, I found a really small gem that I could not include in this video. If you love warm colors, if you love corals just the same way as I do, I tend to reach for this mini Coral Me Maybe palette by Essence. This is a cute little palette that I've already spoken about on my channel that surprised me so much, and there are different undertones, so you can change your look a little bit. And I really love corals for summer. It's just something that really goes well with any skin tone. This is a look that is very flattering for the warmer season. This palette is super affordable and the formula is great. This little palette really has become one of my go-tos. If you do like corals and a little bit of a bronzy shades, Coral Cutie palette by Nabla is a fantastic option. It's a 6-pan palette, a combination of shimmers and matte. The formula for this palette is fantastic. Nabla definitely has become one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas to use and reach for. Some of these lighter shimmer shades, they give you a wet effect on the lid, which I love, and I think it's so suitable for this season. You can create a bronzy look right here using this more neutral shades, and have a pop of color here, or just throw one shimmer shades on the lid and just have this beautiful, airy, summery, girly, glowy look. I really enjoyed this color story, and Nabla eyeshadow palette formula is really special. This next palette, this could be my personal preference, but I could wear it no matter what season it is. I could really wear it year round. I love it that much. And I think there's so many variety of looks that you can create with it, and there's just so much versatility in that palette. And I'm talking about Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. This palette does seem to be a monochromatic, however, I reach for it and I absolutely love the shimmers. The shimmer formula in this palette is stunning. Like, I cannot get enough of it. Just a variety of cooler tones here. I do love the cooler tone pinks, and sometimes they do come off on my skin tone as purples, and I really love like the mauvey pink tones with a high shine shimmers. I could not skip on this palette. This is a fantastic formula. Huda Beauty outdid themselves with this one. This next palette has been in my collection for some time. This is where my original preference lays, and this is something that I reach for with my eyes closed. This type of colors are always my first choice. I'm talking about California Love palette from ColourPop. This palette just says summer to me. It does remind me of like California, palm trees, sun, beach. It just looks very sunny, very warm to me. I created so many beautiful neutral but warm looks. I really like this pop of orangey yellow tone right here. You can definitely take the very neutral look a little bit to a more fun way. This palette formula is pretty consistent. Beautiful mattes and shimmers. They're fully pigmented and easy to work with and blend together. And there is a pressed glitter here. This palette has definitely been my most used warm tone palette. Last but not least for today, this is considerably new palette to me. This is Allure 3 by Juvia's Place. This is a 6-pen palette that has 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. Here on the bottom row, we have more neutral, like bronzy shades, and here we have pops of color. This is a very well-known Juvia's Place eyeshadow formula that is absolutely stunning. We all know it's fully pigmented. Some of these shades are actual pigments. I do love palettes that you don't have to go and reach for something else to complete the look. Within this 6-pan eyeshadow palette, you can create so many different looks. You can do a neutral look if you like. You can do a single pop of color. You can do a beautiful smoky eye if you wanted to. And these 2 shades, look at these 2 shimmers. Stunning. This is definitely a palette that carries a punch and is very unexpected, and this beautiful blue shimmer, it looks so gorgeous on eyes and it's so reflective. You can definitely make it look blue on eye, or you can sheer it out and make it look like pearlescent, iridescent glow. I absolutely love this palette, and this is why it made it to my summer eyeshadow list. Okay guys, this sums up my video today. These are all the palettes that I wanted to share with you today that I'm personally going to be reaching for throughout a summer season. Let me know if you own any of these palettes or you have your eye on any of these and you would like to try them. Leave your comments below this video, and if you like this video, give it a thumb up, and I hope you consider subscribing before you go. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.